Good day to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska-Koper, and today we touch the topic of Polish history because with me in the studio is Carson Becker, an American researcher specializing in Polish history. Carson, thank you very much for showing up here.
Thank you for having me.
And it's a wonderful and a unique opportunity to talk to you because you are a young researcher from University of Virginia who is in love in Poland. And this is sort of extremely unique, but also we're very pleased to have people in love in Poland and in love with Polish history. And right now you are in Warsaw searching and researching also in Polish library and finishing up your essay about Armia Krajowa, so about the Polish National Army during the World War II. Carson, just to start out, tell me, how did it happen that you fell in love with Poland?
Well, I owe that to Professor Julian Kolski, who sadly passed away 2 years ago this month. And I'd met Dr. Kolski many years ago back in Washington, D.C., where he lived for most of the year during a research project which I began in high school. Dr. Kolski and I became very good friends, and at one point he suggested that I come to Warsaw and see the places where he had fought in the Warsaw Uprising as a 14-year-old boy. And so I came here and immediately fell in love with the place. I fell in love with Polish history. I started reading Norman Davies and other historians who specialize in Poland, and I decided that this was a subject that I would like to write a book on myself. And so I've been researching for the past 3 years on this topic.
It's a long time, and also a long time for someone so young as you, who are interested in everything what is Polish. Tell me, is there, because you are right now at the University of Virginia, so you have this influence of Julian Kolski, who brought this interest to you. How does it look right now at your university? Is there anyone who, let's say, is your equal or a group of fans of Poland, or you are a lonely writer or ranger of Polish history?
Well, Dr. Kolski was always a fan of the University of Virginia. It's very famous for its architecture, designed by Thomas Jefferson. But there isn't much of a Polish community there, unfortunately. A well-known Polish philanthropist, Blanka Rosenstiel, is actually a native of Charlottesville, and she organizes events for the Polish Student Club from time to time. And there are several Polish professors there who have done some excellent work, but I can't say that there's a specific focus on Polish history, so I do feel a little bit out of my element on grounds, as they say. So it's an area where there's certainly room for improvement, but it is a wonderful history curriculum otherwise.
So you are basically doing something unique, and you have a new field, your own research, and you're going to be the best specialist in Polish history at the University of Virginia very soon.
I certainly hope so.
So that's the goal. And looking at this perspective, right now we are back again in Warsaw, and we've been visiting Poland before. What is your impression?
Well, Poland's a very lovely place. I think there's a lot of people here who remember very well the times of communism. They understand actually freedom much better than many people do in the United States. It's one of those things that is certainly not taken for granted here. And I think in this day and age, it's a very important thing to understand that freedom isn't free, and that you can actually live in certain times when freedom is actually not so readily available. That's definitely something about Poland that I find unique. And I also find sort of pride in national history. I think that Poles really are in touch with their past, and that's a very wonderful thing. And it is such a rich history. I mean, going back even 1,000 years, you have some remarkable stories of Polish determination and suffering for many decades, many centuries even at a time, but still maintaining this sense of identity.
Well, it's very nice to hear it, and very nice to hear that the Americans know so well our Polish history. So to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, we strongly encourage you to do your own research as well, and we all hope that you will fall in love with Poland.